Hello and welcome to the Driving in Wyoming podcast. This is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Today we're going to talk about the 2014 Lexus LX570. This is a shaky cam interior review of the car. This is Lexus's largest luxury SUV. This SUV is based on the Toyota 4Runner, so you'll recognize a lot of similarities here. We'll just do a quick overview. A lot of the controls are pretty basic Toyota window controls. Each of these window controls is one touch, so you can hit it and the window goes all the way down, all four of them. This is the door locks, window locks, settings, of course. Over here you'll see this is the outside mirrors, fold them in, fold them back out, or automatic. This is the windshield washers for the headlights. This is the mirror adjustment, heated steering, traction control, AFS, and rear latch. This is a small cubby. You might remember the same thing was in the 350F Sport when we reviewed that. Up here you have the bacon and email, of course, and on the dash you have basically it's prettier to look at, but it's basically the same as most of Toyota's trucks. This is of course the tachometer, engine heat, oil heat, multifunctional display. This changes according to what you're doing. You'll notice that. I'll talk about that in a minute. But that's the height of the vehicle. Right now it's in the normal height, normal range. That is battery, fuel, and speedometer. Before we get to that height adjustment, let's talk about, let's just look at the steering wheel. Here you have audio controls and phone controls and voice. This is kind of a Toyota thing. You can, it's supposed to have voice activated stuff. It works sometimes. That's all I'm going to say. Cruise control dongle. Down here you'll have differential lock. This is another part of that height adjustment. I'll talk about that in a minute, but this is easy in and out. I'll explain to you how it works. And some more buttons, RSCA and power door. Really, you won't use these very much. Even off-road, you really don't use a lot. You don't use this. This stuff's kind of arbitrary, but you may have a use for it if you live where it's where this sells the best, which is Saudi Arabia. Coming over here, the usual Toyota Infotainment, still not that great, very hard to maneuver with, hard to find what you're looking for, not the best. Toyota really needs to work on that. These are quick buttons, which make that a little bit easier, but not a whole lot. And climate controls. And you notice the dual climate controls, and then you'll also notice there's a rear fan. That's because the center console in the back and the sidewalls have fan ports as well as under the front seats pointing towards the back, and clock and so forth. This is a CD and DVD player. DVD plays on the rear headrests for the back. And controls, so power, tuning, volume. Down here you have a ashtray and ashtray. This is also just about the right size for a lot of phones. Heated and cooled front seating. Here's the shifter, ECT controls, and then if you've seen the 4Runner Trail, this is right out of that. This is all your control. This is all of your off-road controls. So you have your four-wheel drive. It's normally in full-time four-wheel drive, and then you can put it down on the low. Here is a trailer drag control, so you can control your crawl rate. I call it a trailer drag because if you hook up a trailer and you need to pull it forward slowly and you're not actually in the car, that's what you use to do it. A lot of heavy pickup trucks will have it. This is the height control that I was talking about. So you use this to raise and lower the vehicle. So I'll show you when you push it up and hold it for a second. Then you'll see what happens on that display is if the car is on, that N turns to high, and it indicates that the vehicle is raising up. It raises very, very slowly, which is good because otherwise it would be kind of uncomfortable. And then this controls your suspension. So Right now I have it in comfort mode. There's a standard mode, which I don't know why anybody would use, and sport mode. So when you're off-road, I noticed in this, if you put it in sport mode, it has a little bit better grip on the ground, especially if you're just running around in light dirt and gravel. And this is some extra plugs. So here you have your iPhone and USB and a 12-volt plug. And this is drink holders. Notice this beautiful brushed, kind of a brushed aluminum nickel look. I really like this. The leather is very nice. It's pretty. That's my squirt bottle for cleaning up. Sorry, I forgot to move it. This is a glove box, of course, and you'll notice the wood. This is actual wood, real wood. It is not. It's not fake. It's very, very pretty, very well done. I really like the look of the interior. It's very nice. I will say though that it is not as large as some other vehicles this is competing with. Center armrest in this includes a refrigerator. Interesting. Big enough for, I don't know, a couple of Coke cans, I guess, couple Coke bottles, whatever. And then these are fully adjustable, so you have a wide range of places you can put it, move it, and stop it. That's kind of nice, and I like the dual armrest, so that the person over there has a different one than you do. And that's about it. There's a lot of nice stuff in here. It's a very, very nice SUV. Oh, what I was going to tell you is, when you have this on, the suspension here, when you turn the vehicle off, automatically lowers it all the way to the bottom so that it's easier to get in and out. You gain around, I don't remember the number exactly. I'd have to look it up. I believe it's about 2 inches. It does actually make a difference climbing in and out of this thing. It makes it easier. So that right there is it. That is that's our shaky cam interior review of the 2014 Lexus LX570. Very nice SUV. It has some quirks, some things that I would like to see changed. Most of those are things that are carried over from the 4Runner it's based on. The 4Runner, as far as I know, needs the same changes. I will have a 2014 4Runner Limited and Trail in the next 2 or 3 weeks, so watch for those videos. I will talk about those, and I'll do a little bit of a comparison to see what you get for their price tag versus the price tag on this. As this sits with all the goodies in it, this LX570 is just shy of $90,000 delivered. So it's a very expensive SUV, but you get a lot of stuff for that. But I will point out I'll do a versus between this and the luxury SUV I had from Infiniti last week, the QX80. They are very, very comparable. They compete directly on the market, and I will show you which one is better at what, because both of them have strengths, both have weaknesses. So I'll go through that in a separate article and video. It'll be a versus between those two. So, all right, that's it. That is the Driving in Wyoming podcast this week. This has been Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. We'll talk to you again soon.